In the middle of World War II, the United States built a city from scratch. It had roads, homes, schools, stores, even bowling alleys, and 75,000 people lived there. But here's the catch. It didn't appear on any maps. No signs pointed to it. No outsiders were allowed in, and almost nobody who lived there actually knew what they were doing. This was Oak Ridge, Tennessee, one of the strangest, most secret towns in American history. And it was built for one reason only: to help create the atomic bomb. It started in 1942. The US government needed a place to develop a top-secret project, one that could end the war, the Manhattan Project. They needed a huge, isolated area with access to power and water. Tennessee's quiet hills were perfect, so the government quietly bought up 60,000 acres of land and kicked out the people living there. Entire farms and homes were seized. And then, construction began, fast. Thousands of workers were brought in to build an entire town from nothing. And not just factories, but houses, schools, movie theaters, a library, even a newspaper. At its peak, Oak Ridge was growing faster than any city in America. But there was one thing that made it very different. Everything was classified. The town was surrounded by fences and checkpoints. Armed guards watched every gate. Residents had to wear badges everywhere they went. Cameras were banned. Letters were censored. Phone calls were monitored. Even the workers didn't know what they were working on. People operated giant machines, checked gauges, transported barrels of strange material, but they were never told why. They were told, just do your job. Don't ask questions. The town even had posters everywhere reminding people to stay quiet. What you see here, what you do here, what you hear here, let it stay here. If you asked too many questions, you'd be fired. If you talked too much, you might disappear. It was the ultimate need-to-know society. So what was Oak Ridge actually doing? It was enriching uranium. The uranium that would eventually go into the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. 3 massive facilities, codenamed Y-12, K-25, and S-50, were dedicated to separating out the rare uranium isotope U-235 from natural uranium. The work was complicated, expensive, and had never been done on this scale before. But it worked. In total, Oak Ridge produced over 80% of the material used in the first atomic bomb. And most of the people who made that possible had no idea. When the bomb was dropped in 1945, Oak Ridge finally found out what it had been building. For many residents, it was the first time the pieces made sense. Some celebrated, others were shocked. The weight of what they'd unknowingly contributed to hit hard. After the war, Oak Ridge slowly opened up. It became a real town, with real streets, addresses, and yes, a spot on the map. But for those few intense years, it was a city built on secrecy, a place where tens of thousands of people lived, worked, and played, all while helping build the deadliest weapon in human history. And for most of them, it was a secret they didn't even know they were keeping. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.